In today's video, we're going to talk you through what the actual cost of living here in Ogden, Utah and the surrounding areas. Some of the cities here in northern Utah and Ogden areas include Roy, Clearfield, Harrisville, Plain City, and West Haven, just to name a few. Some of the products that we're going to be pricing for you include gas, groceries, utilities, taxes, healthcare, and of course, housing, rent, and mortgage costs.
If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing here in northern Utah, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market in northern Utah.
We are Sloan and Kim Peterson with the Peterson Group. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help on making their move to northern Utah, and we absolutely do love it. Whether you are moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below, so we can help you make that smooth move to northern Utah. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first thing we want to talk about is the price of gas here in Utah and the Ogden area specifically. We just went over to Smith's since that's where we were, but there is really just a Maverick across the street and then some other gas stations around there that are usually around the same price. So right now, regular gas was coming in at $3.19. The mid-grade's coming in at $3.39, and premium is at $3.59, and diesel was $3.89. Actually really not that bad compared to what it has been the past few years. We were up to just under $5 a gallon for even just your regular gasoline. So it's been coming down a little bit, but still gives you an idea of what that is in the Ogden area.
Okay, so the next thing, and in my opinion, one of the biggest indicators of cost of living is groceries. Now, currently we are in a period of increasing prices because of inflation, and so groceries have been more expensive recently, but we would love to know how that compares to your state. So leave us a comment below and let us know what your groceries are costing. So first for bread, we did the Sara Lee bread because that's a pretty well-known brand, and right now it's on sale for $3.99. Usually it's $4.49. We found all these groceries at our local Smith's, or for some of you, it's Kroger's, and I think it's a pretty widely available grocery store. That's kind of why we picked that one. Now, obviously, some of the stores, even locally, will vary in pricing, but this is a pretty average price store here in Utah.
All right, can we just talk about eggs for a minute? I know across the country, everybody's talking about that in social media. I think they've gone up all over the place. But honestly, right now, a carton of 18 eggs is $8.89, which quite frankly is outrageous. Milk is running at about $3.19 a gallon, and a block of 8-ounce cheese is coming in for around $2.49. So that gives you guys a little bit of a good idea about what your basic groceries are costing here at the store here in Ogden.
Yeah, and just touch on what Sloan said. I keep joking that we're not going to eat eggs anymore.
Nothing for you!
Because that's like so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, eggs used to be a cheap meal you could make for your family, and really eat as many as you wanted. And then now you almost have to be hiding the eggs from the family, right? You're only having them Sunday morning or something.
Okay, so now on to utilities. This is something that does vary from city to city, but on bestplaces.net, they've got Ogden ranked at 95.7 out of 100. So it is a little bit lower than average. However, all of Utah is ranked at 94.6, and I do find that Ogden is a little bit more expensive as far as utilities go than some of the other cities that we've lived in, even in the same area.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And that's partially due, I think, to the older style of homes and the cost to heat and cool those homes. So water is also just a little bit on the higher side than average. But the good thing is that a lot of homes do have secondary water. Some of the homes in downtown Ogden don't, but if you get outside of downtown Ogden, you will get secondary. Those old homes that don't have a sprinkler system can cost quite a lot to keep up if you're using culinary water to water the lawn, especially if you do forget to leave their water on. Have done that a few times when we lived in inner city Ogden, and then all of a sudden your water bill's like $200 and you're like, oh my gosh, right?
Yep, I was gonna say, I remember a couple of times when we forgot to move zones or anything. Our grass looked great, but our water bill was ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. We'll do another video in Layton for the cost of living. So some things are higher and some things are lower. But one thing in Layton is the water is actually probably half of what we've experienced in Ogden. So it is something to keep in mind. Utilities, like Kim said, are a little bit higher out here.
Okay, now house taxes. Overall, here in Ogden, which is in Weber County, taxes are fairly low compared to a lot of other cities because it does have a lower median property value, and that is what they base your property taxes on. So Weber County taxes are at 0.77% of your fair market value, but since the median home price is a lot lower than other cities, it ends up actually being slightly more affordable. Salt Lake County taxes are actually at 0.67%, so lower of the fair market value, but of course their median home prices are so much more higher than we are here in Ogden. According to taxrates.org, Utah is ranked number 32 out of the 50 states in order of average amount of property taxes collected. So in terms of overall cost of living, Utah actually is on the lower scale of property taxes compared to a lot of other states.
And then of course we have to talk about housing when we're talking about the cost of living. So this is going to change dependent upon city, obviously. So specifically, we're speaking about Ogden, and currently the median home price to purchase a house in Ogden is about $340,000, which is actually down quite significantly from just a year ago. Last year we were around $430,000 or so it has dropped. So it's even more affordable than it's been in the last couple of years in terms of home pricing. According to rent.com, the average rent in Ogden for this year currently is between $1,059 and $1,535. So again, it's just down a little bit from what rents were last year. We are probably averaging closer to $1,200 to $1,700 last year. So stuff has kind of eased up just a little bit.
But I would say in terms of housing, rent is holding way more steady than home prices. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
So now's the time to buy.
We hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. We would love to hear in the comments what some of your other cost of living prices are and how different or similar they are to the Ogden area. So feel free to drop us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you.
Picking where you'll call home is an important decision, and we would love to help you make that smooth transition to cities like Ogden, Utah, and the surrounding areas. If you're looking to purchase in the northern Utah area, we'd love to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Until next time, we're keeping it real. Estate.